Okay, this is how you stop stressing out about stuff for the rest of your life. When you hear this, you're probably gonna fight this thing. There's something in your brain that's gonna tell you to not absorb this concept. But if you just hear me out and you just listen and just absorb the knowledge I'm about to pass upon you, you will start to stress less in your life. What's good, everybody? Rhetorical question. Life. My name is Heavy Bree, and welcome to my channel. And this is your 507th time on my channel. Welcome back. Appreciate every single last one of you who come onto this channel, who leave likes, who subscribe, who comment, and who just give me the time of day to watch my videos and help me build up in the algorithm and all that good stuff. I have a Twitch channel now. I put the not the link, but the description in the description for the new Twitch channel. But right now, let's help you guys to stop stressing about everything in your life. Now, most of the things that we stress about are usually the things that we saw other people stressing about growing up. If our parents were worried about money, we stressed about money. If people around us were stressed about the environment, you stress about the environment. Most of the times when we stress, and don't get me wrong, depending on where you live at, if you live in a very dangerous neighborhood or a hostile environment, you have a lot to be stressed out about. That's true, and you can't control that. And that's the thing. You can't control what goes on around you. You can't control what goes on in the news. You can't control what goes on over in another country. You can't control what goes on in other people's minds, other people's lives. The only thing that you can control in this world is yourself. You are the only person who you have control over. You are the only person that you have control over. No one else. If you're a parent, yeah, you got kids and everything, but after a certain age, that control only goes so far. If you have a dog or something like that, or a pet, you kind of have control over them and everything to a certain extent. But let that door open. Let that door open, and we'll see how far that control goes. But the thing that stresses people out the most, what causes people to stress out, what I've noticed throughout my entire life, is that people stress over things that they have no control over, that they have no real control over. They complain about the weather. They complain about traffic. They complain about the economy. They complain about their environment. They complain about other people. They complain about, just all the stuff that goes on in the news. They complain about everything, man. Things that, and all these things, they all have in common is you have no control over that stuff. So if you want to stop stressing, start focusing on controlling yourself. Start with controlling the way you eat. Start with controlling what you consume in your body, not just food-wise and vitamins-wise, but also content-wise. You can control the content that you look at. If you sit around watching all these news channels and these talking heads on these channels telling you about how awful everything is, how do you think that affects your mental health? If you are always watching, negative stuff on social media and everything, and reading negative posts and indulging in gossip and drama, how do you think that affects your mental health? What you consume, not just physically with food wise and drink wise, but also intellectually and mentally, which you consume, the content you listen to, the content you watch, the content you are reading, that's affecting your mental health. So if you want, and you have control over all of that. You have control over the content that you put into your body, that you put into your mind. You have control over all of that. So Knowing all that, knowing that you only have control over yourself, because you have control over yourself unless you are diagnosed with some kind of mental disease, mental illness or whatever, which everybody's kind of mentally ill to a certain extent, but unless you got a serious mental illness like schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder or some kind of like severe clinical depression or whatever, you are in control of everything of your mind. You get control of your mind, and you get control of your mind by getting control of your body, by getting control of what you're eating, about what you're drinking, what you're putting into your body. You get control over your life by controlling what you are watching, controlling what you are reading, controlling what you are. And that's another thing, man. Read a little bit more. You don't got to read a whole book in a week, but if you just read one book a month, or just read one thing, or read something that actually and learn a new skill or something like that, bro, like it will, bro, that is like a life hack right there. Reading, like actually reading like at least one book a month, or reading something that will like expand your mind and your horizons. It'll increase your imagination, increase the possibilities, and also increase your vocabulary and everything. So yeah, man, like, you have control. So stop worrying about things that you have no control over, okay? Because when you worry about things you have no control over, and then you focus on those things, that's what creates stress. So stop worrying about the homeless problem, okay? Unless you're gonna go out and you're gonna feed the homeless, or help people get unhoused, or create a bill to stop like homelessness or whatever, homeless people it's gonna keep being a problem. And stop worrying about what the government is doing. Unless you're going to drop everything and get hardcore into politics and become a lobbyist, or create like some kind of group that's going to make changes in everything, quit bitching about what's going on in the government. Unless you are going to quit your job or start your own business, stop complaining about your work. Unless you're going to, like, I don't know, man, like, look, if you're not going to fix the problem yourself, and you're not going to put forth the effort and the necessary steps to fix whatever's going on around you, stop complaining about it. Either get out there and make change and be a part of the change, and just know when you do that, it's going to be a long, strenuous fight. Okay, you gotta fight for. If you want to change things, you gotta fight for it. Okay, and if you're not willing to fight for it, then quit bitching about it, and just worry about yourself and worry about what you have control over. Because the more you complain about these things, and the more you complain about them and don't do anything about it, the more stressed out you're gonna get, and then eventually you will become mentally ill. Because that's what happens to people when they worry about things they have no control over. They get upset, they get stressed out. Stress causes, like, you to get angry. Anger messes with your brain cells, reduces your brain cell count, and then it messes up your brain, and eventually you get some kind of mental illness, okay? I don't know if that's really true, but you can look it up. But yeah, man, worry about yourself, worry about your own life. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and blessings. Have a prosperous day.